Last October, I went around and I found a bunch of chinkapin oaks and swamp white oak acorns. And so I built a thing called an Airprune box. It's just a frame, and then on the bottom there's a hardware cloth, they call it, and then a hardware cloth I put on the top of it. On the inside, you take your acorns, you pile them in there, and I haven't uncovered this. I buried it, like I say, last October, so we're about to see what it did and what it looks like in here. And then put a little soil on top of it, and then I buried it underneath this mulch all winter long. It's been sitting here since October, and today is April the 7th. So let's see, so October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So it's been sitting underneath here for 6 months. And what's supposed to happen is these little seedlings in here are supposed to germinate. And I have never done this in my life, and sure enough, there are little sprouts coming up absolutely everywhere in here. That is totally cool. It is a fast, quick, easy way that you don't even have to worry about it, and you can literally just put your seeds in there and let them do their thing all winter long and never have to touch them. So now I can take these and just transplant them to a container. Look at all of them in there. They're all little white little stems coming up in there. Now I'll put it in the sun, and then it's designed to where the bottom has the hardware cloth on the bottom so that the roots don't grow through, and the roots get nice and thick and big and bulky, and then you can grow them from there and just put them here in the summer. And then this coming fall, I'll take all these little seedlings in here and take them out to the woods this fall whenever all the energy goes to the roots. Pretty cool. To fasten it down, all I used was a little bitty sheet metal screw. It's got those little kind of plastic rubber washers, so it just keeps that right down. So I took those all off. So let's open this sucker up and see what we've got in here. Look at that. Look at all those little seedlings that came through. Like I said, I did absolutely nothing to this all winter long. They just sat in this box down here. They overwintered. This being a white oak, it doesn't require the cold stratification, but let's see which is which now in here. Let's see here. So, okay, these here are going to be my swamp whites. You can see that nice root on the bottom that went down. Beautiful looking specimen there, and so I get it out into the sunlight. And then these over here are going to be my chinkapins. Let's just pull one out here and see what we got going on. Look at that. That nice root on there. Wow. So they're ready to be put in the sunlight and definitely start their generation. There's one right there that's just got a little cotyledon on it, but did hundreds of them in here with little effort. So there you guys go. One way to do a box to get a bunch of acorns to go all at one time and not have to do a dang thing to them. Now that I got it dug up, you can see how an Airprune box works. So the bottom down here, I just put cinder blocks. You can see that air gap underneath. So now those roots of the plants up here, they won't grow through that, and they'll get balls on the bottom of them, like great big, just clumps down here of roots on the bottom. You see I have that divider right there in the middle, so I can undo that latch right there and then just pull those plants apart. And so they'll grow in here the rest of this summer until fall, until I'm ready to plant them. And there's the final product. That topper right there, that'll keep the squirrels out and possums and raccoons, anything that's gonna try to get in there and eat those acorns. So I'll probably have to move this to a location that's a little sunnier down the way, but one mistake I did make was that box is heavy. So I may downsize my next one, but this is my first go at it, so I'm very happy with the results though.